wonderful aroma. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have a Glenmorangie 12 years old Lasanta here on my cask. And be careful, this one is the edition with 43 ABV and not the 46. The 46 was issued in, I think, 2010, and this one appeared in 2014 and is the successor to the 46% ABV edition. Pricing is around 40, 45, depends on where you buy. The Lasanta is the cheapest whiskey from the extra matured range of Glenmorangie. And here I have an overview over the Glenmorangie whiskies. Well, this is the first one, and they say here on the label it is finished in sherry casks. So it's the typical 10-year-old Glenmorangie, which is then finished in sherry casks. And the former edition with 46% ABV was finished in Oloroso sherry casks. And this one is more mass compatible. They reduced the alcoholic strength so that it's not that intense, that strong, and they added a finishing in Pero Jimenez sherry casks, and these Pero Jimenez sherry casks are sweeter than the fruity Oloroso sherry casks. So the Pero Jimenez are fruity and sweet because not all the sugar in the wine was fermented into alcohol. They stopped fermentation with a lot of sugar still remaining in the sherry, and then they added brandy to the sherry to top it up to 20%. And in these casks where this sweet sherry matured, they were used for the maturation of the Lasanta. This full-bodied single malt is initially matured in bourbon casks, then extra matured or finished in Oloroso and Pero Jimenez sherry casks for a richer taste. Well, that's true. What are they saying here? Glenmorangie Lasanta, Scots Gaelic for the warmth and passion of Jerez. Jerez. I visited Jerez this year by car. Unfortunately, sherry is in a big decline. They lost, I think, 40% over the last 15 years in sales. So sherry is not that... There's no demand for sherry in the market any longer. So it's quite difficult to get your hands on those sherry casks. It's characterized by rich, spicy, nutty notes from the highest quality Oloroso sherry and Pero Jimenez sherry casks selected for the finishing of our whiskey. A journey of passion in the footsteps of pioneers. Extra matured. This is important, in the early 1990s, our passion for wood led us to explore. We extra matured Glenmorangie in a different cask for the final 2 years of its maturation. The great success, this finishing touch adds it's incredibly small and dissing range of flavors to Glenmorangie's already fine taste. But these first finishing in the 90s were a portwood finish, and I will have a video of the Quinta Ruban, which is a portwood finish of Glenmorangie, right now, right soon. Real soon now. That's the break. Right. What's here? Yes, added color, I'm afraid. Do they have to really add color to this whiskey? If you do not find this added color on the back of the label of your bottle, then it's not because there's no color in it. It's because on special markets you have to write on the label what you have added. So Denmark and Germany, there are two countries where you have to specify if there is spirit caramel in a whiskey. Well, things change, and the new European regulation gives this also to Scotland or Great Britain, but they haven't acted accordingly. So it will take a few years, and then somebody will take them to court, as always. And then they have to specify it, or they let it go. That would be much better. Oh, a really wonderful, wonderful, strong citrus fruit aroma, and not that young and sour, but those tangerine, juice orange, sweet, wonderful aroma. It's 43%, so it's lightly chill filtered. Otherwise it would turn hazy if you cool it down. And there's a definite sherry aroma in it, of course, and a vanilla sweetness. The old one has had a creme brulee, this vanilla cream with a caramelized sugar on top, but this is gone. Now it's more vanilla, it's less caramel, sherry fruit, and no alcoholic strength in the nose. Nice to drink, yeah. And there's some power, even with the 43%, and no bitterness of the oak of the sherry casks. So probably the sherry casks were made from American white oak, as they are most often produced today. Really, perhaps too nice to drink. Ha! The old one was much stronger and more difficult to drink, and this is nice to savor, nice to drink, sweet. In the aftertaste, a little spiciness coming up from the oak, and this, well, helps to enrich and keep the aftertaste up for a longer time. Yeah. Oranges, probably a little bit of walnut. Yeah, really a good one. And in former times, the portwood finish was the most often sold single malt extra matured whiskey from Glenmorangie. And with the appearance of the Lasanta, things changed, and the Lasanta became the best-selling single malt in the extra matured range. Well, today it's the cheapest. Probably this has also an influence, but it's really nice to drink and is no longer that intense, and the strong alcoholic note of the 46% is no longer there. So it's really mass compatible. Thank you for watching. There's more to come. Stay tuned, and as always, feel free to comment this whiskey in our whiskey database and in our vlog on Whisky.com.